Morning, I'm Tom at Ledgmere, and this morning what we're going to do is we're going to go over the proper methods for testing your soil on your farm before you start doing anything with regard to putting down grass seed or trying to establish a pasture. It's always best practice to take soil samples from different parts of the same field, and then you will mix them together, which I will show you. We'll box them up and we'll get them prepared to send up to the labs at the University of Maine at Orono. I'm going to show you some of my fields that I've done this to, I've done correctly, and now I've got beautiful forage growing up. And I'm going to show you some of the newer fields that I've been clearing where I've got some weeds and bushes, and it's a work in progress. So stick around. If you haven't had the opportunity yet to do so, please subscribe to the channel. We're a small family farm here in southern Maine, and we'd love to have you share with us our journey. So let's get to work. Ready to go to work, Chansey? So the first sample I'm going to take is going to be out of this field here. And so just put the fence up. This has all been pasture. So the difference between over here and over there is pretty much irrelevant, other than the fact that I rototilled this up. So the soil's already pretty well mixed in. So we'll grab some samples out of this. So you want to go straight in. So with lawn, about 3 inches, lawn pasture about 3 inches, forest about 12, and so your normal soil sample for like a garden would be about 8 inches. So I figure this is, it already has a measurement on it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, this is a 6-inch trowel. We'll go straight in, and then we want to have a uniform core out of it. So go down about 6 inches again. So then after you got all your samples, you want to use plastic. Metal will contaminate your soil results. So we want to mix it up good. Any clumps of grass or stuff, throw that out. On these boxes, you'll see you put your name and address in the field, the sample number, and you don't want to put it on the top because they throw that out. The best thing to do is use those flat rate boxes at the post office, because we're going to send a bunch of soil samples and manure samples, so we'll do manure sample next. You're good. Going. The clover, brome grass, orchard grass, and unfortunately even the best fields will have some weeds eventually. Got some lambs here in different places, so there'll still be a little bit of weeds around the edges, but mostly you can see it's all this nice legumes here. You really want clover in your soil to aerate the soil. It nitrogen fixates the soil, it means it puts nitrogen in. So it's almost like a natural fertilizer. So this part is fallow for this year. I'm going to turn it back over again. Didn't have a good crop of corn or sunflowers, but all these weeds coming in, these are all nightshades, and they're toxic to sheep. I don't know about cows, but I know they are definitely toxic to sheep. So presumably toxic to cows also. And I got some of these mushrooms. This side over here I had tilled it under and replanted, but you can see right here, these are cockleburs. So that's gar. I forgot the name of these weeds right here. They're on the tip of my tongue, but they're really invasive, and you can pull them out, and no matter where you throw them, they'll take root and they spread, and they're a real pain. So here in the garden, we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna go down about 8 inches. Make sure you go straight in. Plastic bucket. Because what you want is a good cross section. If you just take stuff off the top, it's going to throw your results off. So ideally, a good cross section will give you the best test results, because ultimately I want to put a small high tunnel pretty much right there. Here's an old strap hinge. Huh. There used to be an old chicken house right here somewhere that one of the owners had built, around 1900 or so. It's not even rusted shut. I mean, it's, you can tell it's an antique one, but it just came out of the dirt. I always am uprooting things. Chuck it over the fence, dude. I'm gonna grab two samples. This is the composting pile and that's the fresh pile. So I'll get some of both, mix it together, and then send it as one sample.
That is Roscoe. And that one. Roscoe's eating you, Dad. Sheep, I don't know. Sheep are probably somewhere out back, up there. Shouldn't you fill up a little more?
No, you want it about 3/4 full. And so this was logged off 3 years ago, almost 3 years ago now. So it's been a real labor-intensive project getting all the wood out of here.
Are you sure that's a toad?
Yeah. How small it is. There's clumps of trees in different places, but mostly it's like this here. If you see clumps of trees like that, it's because there's giant stumps or rocks, and I just mowed around it. I didn't continue trying to mow those really rough areas. I did harrow a little bit, but I didn't want to disturb the soil too much because of the grade. I knew a lot of the soil would erode, and so you can see the calves are coming out now. And I lost my packing tape off the back, so Aiden's going to find that. But it's good grazing out here. I have seeded in some pasture grass that was mostly over along this side here where the skidder had gone through. They had really tore it up. You can still see the rivet, not the rivets, but the divots or the ravines, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And I've really tried to straighten it out. Normally we would drive out this way, but it's turned into a mud pit. And I do apologize for the shaky videos today. This was Aiden's first time running the camera. Hopefully this video has been mildly helpful to you. And just remember, before you begin a garden, before you begin planting a pasture, before you throw one seed in the ground, it's always a good idea to have soil tests done. Thanks for watching.